Hey guys, this is Locke. In this video, I'm going to do the Weaponry Trial number 2 level 65 boss without using any legendary heroes. Of these heroes that I'm using, two of them I highly recommend even if you have better legendary heroes to do if you're having trouble with the stage. The first hero I would highly recommend is the Outlaw Guard because of his ability to apply attack down 2 on the boss consistently. The second hero I would highly recommend is the Papal Guard. You could also use different tanks instead, especially if you have the um, cooling powder trinket, because this would give them immunity to healing received. But with the Papal Guard, he's actually able to keep his shields up such that the healing down doesn't really bother him too much. He's able to just tank through it with his shields, and then after a while you'll see that he's not actually taking any damage at all. All of my heroes are level 50 except for the Papal Guard, which is at level 54, so I'm not using any trinkets to kind of mimic the level 50 stats. All the other things you should be able to kind of replicate at level 50 once you reach level 50. I'm using Angel, but any healer would work. The other healers would probably work even better, to be honest, but I'm using Angel because he's a free hero that everyone has access to. I'm also using Crimson Falcon and Lightning. You could actually use a variety of different melee heroes. You can just swap them in. The stats, the strategy is not too different, so you could use whoever you want to. I picked Crimson Falcon because a lot of people have access to him, and I also picked Lightning because in this specific run, I'm kind of trying to run a uh, crit focused team. So I'm using Lightning's crit command, and then I also have the Verdict of Justice on both of these DPS heroes. For the tactics, I'm using Urgent Order and March Command, but you can also use the Warhorn as well, but I personally like the March Command better, simply because I can reposition my units more with that. And the tactics needed to cast that is also less than the Warhorn. This is, actually it doesn't show me what my recovery is, but yeah, anyway. So we're gonna start the run. I'm gonna give you some more commentary as we do it. I'll go step by step so that you know what to do, and yeah, let's start it off. So at the very first turn, whenever the boss attacks, he's going to cast this skill, and he will only cast it on the first turn. He will attack the two furthest enemies. I'm planning for my Papal Guard and for my Angel to take this hit. So my Angel is built a little bit more defensively with the protection of light reaction, and also I gave her the coexist armor to be able to take this first hit. After she takes this hit, if you're in a perfect game, she actually doesn't get hit again after that. So just being able to survive this first hit is really important. After that, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can play a perfect game without getting hit, but sometimes the way you have to position it, she might get hit. But anyway, right now you're just focused on her surviving this first hit. If you're having a little bit of trouble, you might have to build her a little bit more defensively. You can give her the resonance that increases the physical, that decreases the physical damage she will take. You can also add more defense, things like that. As for this Papal Guard, he should be able to survive this with his shield and this skill, which increases his which increases his damage taken by 40%. Not increase, sorry, it decreases his damage taken by 40%. This Outlaw Guard is actually really useful and important because, as I mentioned, he has his attack down passive that he casts on an enemy within 4 tiles. So if I plant him right here, you will see that he already has afflicted the boss with the attack down too. So that's why the boss has decreased attack stats now. After that, you basically just want to do as much damage as you can. So I'm doing that and that. Now you'll see that this is the first turn that the boss will attack both of my allies. Now, as I said, Angel doesn't take any damage for quite a while from now, so I don't actually have to heal her, and I can't really heal either of them anyway because they have this debuff that prevents healing. I can remove both of it off by using the skill, but I'm not really in a hurry to get that off of Angel. So instead, what I'm going to do to save energy is just do this and only remove the healing down from the guard. So now the guard, from this point on, he shouldn't really need any healing. He'll just get passive healing from this point on from Angel. But you'll find that once he gets his shield up, he doesn't even take any damage at all. So I'm instead more picky about trying to get more damage in as you know, I need to. It becomes basically a DPS race, and you also have to kind of position your heroes a little bit to make sure that they don't they don't get killed. Okay, so yeah, from this point on, as I said, he's only going to use that skill that attacks two heroes at the very beginning. After that, whenever he does that skill, he only hits the one hero, which will be the Papal Guard, who is exactly standing in this position that Angel is now moving to. But after that, he doesn't need any more healing. So Angel can go here if she wants. She can't heal herself right now anyway, and I am a bit concerned about the energy use. So I'm not going to waste her energy. I'm just going to let her build it up because she can't heal herself as she has this debuff on her. So she's going to go right there and stand here. And so now this turn, I am okay. Hold on. So this turn, I need to make sure that heroes don't get hit by two of these things. Like so, the heroes that have this lightning on them, in a cross shape, they're going to damage everyone around them. So my heroes can survive one of these, but not two. And the with this March command, I'm able to still do a little bit of damage to the boss and position everyone in a way that they don't get hit by both of them. They only get hit by one. So the first one, he's going to attack there, and he's going to stand right there. Now I will leave my lightning in the range to get hit by one of these, and the reason I'm doing that is because I want to do as much damage as possible to this boss. So lightning will get hit by one, but not by both. That's the key thing that I have to make sure I do. So there we go. So lightning gets hit by one, and these rocks take a lot of damage as well. So in the next two turns, after the next two turns, the boss is going to attack my Papal Guard again. So I'm going to start building his shield now because they last two turns. I only have to do it once, and then I can wait. And then now for this turn, the boss is going to cast an AoE in this area, this 3x3 area. So I don't want to have any heroes there. But because my maneuver command is still in effect, I can actually just attack this boss and then move. So that's what I will do. Okay, so this guy is going to attack and move here. No, so I'm going to use this skill, this AoE, to damage this boss because I'm not able to get all three of them there. And he's going to attack with this and then move right there. And I have to always make sure that my angel is never in these three squares because she goes after that boss. So if she had gone over here last turn to heal my heroes, then she would be stuck, somewhere here, and she will get hit by that and she will die. So I'll always want to keep my angel somewhere, in these two rows. Now she will heal. And that is really the rotation. I mean, I will do maybe one more round of this. So you can see now Papal Guard has used this 3 times, so he has a 75% HP shield. The boss is not going to do more damage than that. So the Papal Guard doesn't need any more healing, and my team is just free to damage as they want. So as you can see, he took 0 damage. All the damage he took was from the shield. So my angel now, so she had to use 4 energy in 2 turns back to back. So on the turns that she doesn't need to heal, I'm not going to use this healing skill because that's going to reduce the energy by 1. At some point, I will not be having enough energy to keep healing twice in a row. So what I will do then is just use the urgent order to give her 1 extra energy so that she can heal right away. But right now, I don't need to do anything, so I will just let the turn pass, like that. And the boss uses the skill again. So this time, I'm actually not able to move, like, I'm not able to use the maneuver command right now. So what I will do is I will just position my heroes. I will make sure that they're not within 1 tile of this thing, otherwise it'll damage them. So I will leave one of these guys on this row, and I will leave the other one like somewhere here. And Crimson Falcon will get 1 hit by one of these, but it's okay. He will be able to survive that. It's not a big deal. I'll leave this guy here, and I will have Crimson Falcon attack. So there you go. And again, I have to make sure that my angel is here, because if my angel has to go somewhere here to heal, she will get hit by the other skill that the boss is going to cast. So now it's again time to start doing that. And now this time I can actually use the maneuver command to attack once and then hide somewhere here, because the boss is going to cast his AoE. So that's what I'm using the maneuver command for. Attack this boss and then run and hide. Okay, so all good so far. And this is basically the rotation. The only thing you have to watch out for now is that you're not in any adjacent squares to these things when the boss is going to cast his not even the boss casting it. Whenever you're taking that like crisscross lightning damage, you just have to make sure that you're not standing next to any of these that will explode, because otherwise you will get a lot of damage from it, and basically like your heroes will die. So that's the only thing to watch out for. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward from this point on. Yeah, so the boss is going to attack again. So I mean, I don't even need to cast the other skill. Like, just having 3 shields like this will make sure he doesn't take any damage really. Oh, and I did, so just in case you want to know what how I built him, like this is what I have. I have this skill, which increases his his damage reduction by 8% every time he gets hit. So he's been hit more than 3 times, so that reduces it by 24%. This skill reduces his damage reduction again by another 40%. And then I have this one, which helps him to, whenever he casts this, he gets a 25% shield. This one again reduces the damage reduction by 25% for ranged attacks, which is what he's taking from the boss. And that's it. Okay, so at this point, as I said, it just becomes repetitive, and it's basically a DPS race. So we are at turn number 8, and the boss has 71,000 HP left. So we are trying to kill this boss as fast as possible. That's all this boils down to at this point. Which, so I have done this, I mean, earlier with the exact same team, and I was able to finish it in 15 turns. So I hope I'm able to do that again. Sometimes, you need those lucky crits, but I'm pretty confident I can do it. I might turn off the commentary though, because at this point it becomes pretty repetitive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the commentary, but I'm going to keep playing so you can see how this goes. But yeah, so I mean, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to stop talking about it, but you can still see the rest of this run. I'm just going to probably play the original sound for this song and stop talking. So anyway, if you keep watching, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Otherwise, I will see you on the next video. Take care, guys. I will see you next time.